Dire team ban. Ten seconds remaining. Radiant team ban. Dire team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
Aw, come on.
Radiant team pick. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
Life Stealer.
Dire team pick. Seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
Sand King.
Dire team pick. Ten seconds remaining.
Weaver.
Radiant.
Slaughter.
Dire team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team ban.
And it is that time again, ladies and gentlemen, back for game number 2 between Eternity and Mad Kings and Pith Legume. And Mad Kings currently up 1-0 in this best of 3 set. The Mad Kings, they are 1 win away from getting into the next round. And one would think that game 1 wasn't very too difficult for them. That was English. They go with the Slaughter and Life Stealer for their second draft here. And that is one of those combos that so many teams are just so scared of, and rightly so. Eternity going with the Weaver possibly would be able to get a Shikuchi off, but that is in question against how fast Slaughter can go with the Blink Crush combo. Also, Sand King picked up for them as well. So Eternity, Jaw Ranger hasn't been banned out, so Eternity could go with a Drow to let Weaver go into the support role. But still, it just seems like a very difficult game once the combo is up for Mad Kings. If Slaughter can get a fast Blink Dagger, if Lifestealer can get that Armlet and then Echo Saber build, that is going to be a lot of scared bugs running on their map for Eternity so far. And also remember that our next match is coming up at 7, so if there is an hour until that match, or more than an hour at the end of this one, I'm going to shut down the stream until about 10 minutes before the next one starts, because I don't really feel like keeping the stream up all that long without anything going on. If it's less than an hour, for some reason, if this game takes about, I don't know, 45 minutes, then maybe we'll keep the stream up the whole time. But I would expect a break in between them just because Mad Kings, they didn't really have too much of a difficult time in game number 1. They might have thrown a couple of fights, but in the end, Eternity really could not measure up to the big push from Mad Kings at all. Jakira will get picked up for Eternity now. Maybe even more likely that we see a Jaw Ranger pick up. That would put Sand King in the off lane. Be a very push heavy lineup for Eternity and makes them have to hit their timings very quickly.
10 seconds remaining.
And meanwhile, Mad Kings, they go with an early base lineup as well, getting the Undying here.
Reserve time. Seconds remaining.
So Mad Kings definitely getting a very aggressive early lineup. It does require the Slaughter and Lifestealer to get some kind of farm, but once they have that, things should be pretty easy for them. Eternity going with the Void here. That is a little bit of synergy with the Sand King. Maybe the Weaver, if he gets enough range, can start hitting heroes from outside the Chronosphere. And of course, Macropyre can be just thrown out by Jakira throughout the whole thing. But Mad Kings, they'll go with a pretty known counter to the Faceless Void, which is the Silencer, not allowing him to get around fights at all. So Mad Kings, they are really getting their lineup set up here. It also sounds they're fairly good against Weaver.
Radiant team back.
If you can get the Global Silence and then the last word out onto the Weaver in the middle of the fight, that would pretty much ensure that the bug is going to die. Unless, of course, the Faceless Void gets a really well-placed Chronosphere. Eternity do take the puck out of it for Mad Kings. They don't want that big area controller.
Radiant team pick.
And the last banner will be a Templar Assassin while Mad Kings get the Zeus. I really like when Zeus is picked up. It's something that we don't really see as often. I really do like it for Mad Kings. Gives them a nice mix of magic damage, and also if Slardar and Lysa are having some trouble finishing off the kills, Zeus can come in with the ultimate. So when that burst combo comes in,
5 seconds remaining.
they're definitely going to be able to secure the kill there. Pretty much regardless of who it's going to be against, but now we put the Viper into the mix, which makes things really difficult for a Zeus. He's going to be taking a lot of damage from the corrosive skin. So that pretty heavily affects how he's going to be able to do in lane. And he's definitely going to need a lot of help from the Undying, just to make sure that he doesn't get 100% dominated in mid. I really should turn the music on for during the draft, but I can't change the volume for the draft and in-game, so I don't really like music on the whole time.
Prepare.
But maybe these players are going to have some champions music going on as they try to play this game, try to come out on top. Zeus going with the 2 clarities to start, and he's probably going to be getting the early bottle for himself. Pretty strong with the possibility of getting a lot of bounty runes on him. He just needs to make sure that he's able to get to level 6 at a good time. Smoke up all over the place for Eternity, but it is going to expire now. We just got Jakiro flapping up on the bounty rune. Mad Kings are getting up there, and they have been scoured out a little bit. Sword is going to see Wolf right now. They haven't gotten over to the rune spot, and they would be outmanned there. Meanwhile, at bottom, we've got some damage going out onto MJW. Shadow getting hit here as well. Madara coming in from the side. We do have the Observer Ward blocking off the camp. Time walk out just to make sure that MJW isn't caught out too much there, but the open wound is going to be there, and with the time walk being down, Madara knows that this damage is for sure, so he puts a lot onto it. MJW early, forcing him to use a couple of those tangos to start.
The battle begins.
I'll follow up on the list here a little bit. Maybe looking for some more harass of Shadow. Shadow comes around here, and without the Life Stealer being in range, he does have to be very careful. They did get the D ward off of the Observer ward as well. Now MJW slowed down. He's going to try to get the creep pull off, but Madara is again here with the open wounds. MJW does have the time walk available, and they're not using the open wounds just yet. MJW getting low. Shadow's going to come around the side. Life Stealer does have to go back to defending the tower against the creep wave, and NJW will get himself back up to nearly full health. And already very low on mana. Trying to use the early harass, and it's actually doing quite a bit to Viper, who doesn't go for the corrosive skin first. Would definitely shut down Zeus and his clarities. But Zeus will have a good early start to the lane. And NJW going for the aggressive time walk against Shadow. Now finally NRS gets the corrosive skin up, which means that it's going to be very difficult for Atun to use his second clarity here. He'll have to bottle up through it, and he's doing quite well to start on the— oh my god, you've got to be kidding me. So yep, I just left the overlay on again. I don't know. I've been thinking about other things as of late, I guess. Meanwhile, at top, Sword is keeping these supports pretty far away. Creep Wave has been pulled to all over creation. Burrow Strike's going to come through. Sword in a lot of trouble. The Dual Breath isn't going to hit onto him at all, looking for the crush, but Weaver's going to be able to evade it, putting some damage out onto the Undying. He'll get the decay off onto 2. Burrow Strike again onto Slardar, and that will probably nearly be your first blood. Is there enough damage? Wolf going to go forward with Rishikuchi. He's got another crush, though. They might try to turn this around. He's right underneath the Sentry Ward. Can they get to this one? Decay onto 3. Fireflies. He's got a ton of damage here. Is he going to be able to find anything? Liquid Fire on the backside. Remy, he's going to get the clarity up. Can he get out of this one? He'll juke through the trees, eating through it. Sword will not be able to find him. Maybe Fireflies wants to take the clarity off of him, but he's not going to be able to right now. And Fireflies, he is ready to put out some more aggression. He needs a little bit more mana though. Take a look at his health. It is going to go down pretty soon, but when you're up against a tri-lane, things get a lot easier. It'll take Wolf down to 420 Blaze of health. And at bottom, lots of damage to MJW. He's got the time walk over to the side, but Madara wants to keep fighting him. Shadow will get over there. MJW trying to do it, but this time the first blood is for real. Madara finding it onto the Faceless Void there. So there will be a Faceless Void, a very angry one getting back to the lane. Madara, he's looking for the stun on him, but now he's going to get paid back with an open wounds. MJW trying to back up. He's been slowed down so much. Can he turn this around? No way. Another +2 intelligence for Shadow. He'll get +4 out of this one. Now there's going to be a Burrow Strike. Lots of damage from the Weaver, and pop goes the Slardar. Meanwhile, we have some more aggression. NRS getting very low at mid. Fireflies is ready with the Soul Rip, and this might be a pretty dead Viper. He has 2 levels up into the corrosive skins, so maybe the Soul Rip doesn't do all that much, but there are quite a few units here, and Zeus is ready with his full combo. And he will have enough mana for it as well. Zeus has been slowed down, but Mad Kings are getting a lot of kills on the map very early. Thought that the Viper was going to have a pretty okay time in this lane, but he's not really been able to do to him. I mean, Achin's still doing well. Oh, he can't get it in range for the lightning bolt, so Fireflies will chase him over there. Achin going over as well, but he knows that the Viper's pretty out of reach at that point. Corrosive Skin helping him to get out of trouble. Top again. Remy's right next to the sword. There is going to be a Burrow Strike. Mario's here to do some damage as well. Sword's going to be forced away because of this one, but Fireflies is going to get into the fight. Sword has the crush ready, but it's not really a time to be using that. Madara is still putting out the damage over time on the MJW, and MJW doesn't really have a way to heal up like Madara does. And look at the huge amount of damage that he's taking there. Time walks is off, but until he gets those time walk levels up, it's going to be really difficult to do that every single time Madara starts hitting him. He's going to have to play his cards right in the bottom lane. Wolf goes in with Shakuchi, making Undying think twice about the decay. And now look at Madara, he's being aggressive again onto MJW. The only thing that keeps MJW alive for now is going to be the RNG bashes. A little bit of damage on the Madara, but again, we are going to have a pause. Looks like the players are still having a little bit of trouble with the connections. NRS, he's pretty much untouchable in the mid lane for now. Madara, though, he's been able to out-level him just by a little bit, and he might be able to get up to level 6. The problem is that Mad Kings aren't really in a position to force a fight. Maybe they could get something top, but it's a fight that would have to go pretty far before the Zeus can finish off the kill. Free 225 damage. Why does Zeus get a chat line phrase, but I don't think that anyone else does? That seems kind of unfair. Like, if Zeus gets Zeus ult now, then why can't we get something else on the map? Like, give me living armor. Like, that seems like it would be pretty useful. Or like, TP here, Nature's Prophet. So we are probably ready to get back into the match, or nearly ready. Mad Kings still need a little bit. We'll see what the Zeus is able to do when he gets his ultimate up. They might put the aggression out on the NRS. Looking at the Zeus's mana pool, he needs probably a little bit more, so he'll probably bottle up to make sure that he keeps enough for the ultimate, maybe a little bit more damage on the Viper. Yeah, he definitely needs to drink the bottle in order to do anything here. Hopefully we're able to get back into it soon. Also, Wolf is pretty low at top. They need to make sure that they can maintain vision of him so that the Zeus ultimate actually hits onto him. Make sure that he's not invisible. But yeah, we're just sitting here for eternity to, I don't know, maybe take a couple of casualties because Mad King seem to be in a really good position right now. Silencer, he's up to level 5. He's gotten so much out of the bottom lane. Madara, he's at level 5 as well, just out leveling the offlaner. He's had a really difficult time taking 2 deaths already, so the word just goes out on mid. Now there's a rotation on the Atun. Remy, he's ready with the smoke. But when the Zeus, okay, there's gonna be the Burrow Strike and the Viper Strike on the Zeus. Can they try to turn this around? He's got to get the ultimate off, but he doesn't have enough mana for it. Shadow comes around the backside, but he's just gonna have to TP away because he's not really got a chance to get out of this one. Burrow Strike comes off in 1 second, but it was 1 second too late. MJW, he'll be able to stay at bottom for now with the Silencer going over to mid. That was not really the best rotation from him. He seems to be pretty out of position. Wasn't really able to help with anything. Undying coming around the side here, looking for the bounty rune. He's gonna force Mario away from it. Mario puts out the liquid fire. There's gonna be the dual breath as well. Fireflies has to get away. He's got Remy there with the Burrow Strike as well, and that was way too far in for an Undying without anyone else. It's at the point of the game where Mad Kings, they need to just go onto one hero and say Zeus ult. Now MJW gets so low. Zeus is alive, and MJW will be able to stay alive with the time walk. Zeus not throwing out the ultimate there to kill off the Time Lord. Toon getting low at mid. Slider will get in ready for a crush, but he also blocks the Zeus in. Shadow, he's fighting MJW. As soon as he time walks, that's going to be the silence, but MJW gets enough health back that will not be a kill by Silencer, or will it? He goes in very far, but he's completely fine getting up to around 30 health. So Eternity aren't giving up too many kills right now, and they are also finding some of their own. Atun wasting the first ultimate onto a Faceless Void that really didn't have a chance of going down. He's also up to his level 6, so they could use the Chronosphere to try to save it here, and that was a bug that died. Sometimes Solar just does too much damage that you're not really expecting as a Weaver, or really any hero on the map, and the Weaver falls because of it. Not get a chance to even skitter scatter a little bit. No skitter scatter at all. MJW, he's getting hit by a couple of those Blightstone procs of Madara, and he's going to be forced into the Time Walk again. Firefly's taking a little bit of damage at top. Sword's ready with a crush. He's nearly level 6. He would like to be able to get the Corrosive Haze out, and he does have it now. He's not going to be seen by Remy. Shikuchi forward. Remy is not going to see the Slider coming through the trees. Burrow Strike only out onto the Slider. Firefly's taking a lot of damage from it. The focus is a little bit off the mark. Crush onto nothing. So we're trying to get away. The Undying is going to fall over. Beep! Someone's beeping outside. And Sword, he's going to get chased down a little bit. It's Burrow Strike available, but it's going to hit. And that's a double kill for Wolf on the top lane. Eternity taking a few kills here away from Mad Kings. And there's not really a whole lot of... Oh, Atun finishing off Remy at top. Securing the kill there. That's nice for him. But still, that Zeus ultimate is not really the one that Mad Kings are wanting. They're wanting Zeus to be able to just throw out the ultimate during the fight to secure a kill or two. and try to punish Eternity for going for these fights. But right now Mad Kings just don't really put out enough damage in order to make Mad Kings worried, or make Eternity worried about it at all. Already going back onto MJW. There's going to be a silence rules, but lots of damages there. Faceless Blade, he is going to get silenced at the end of it as well. Time walk off, okay. Now we've got the Burrow Strike in from Sand King as Shadow taking a lot of damage. Atun manages to find the kill on the NRS, and Chronosphere dropped down. Lysteur could be in some trouble. He doesn't have the Infest available either. Wolf is coming in. That's going to be the Burrow Strike, and they're going to get a double kill on the MJW. Eternity coming back into this one. So Eternity, they continue to find a few kills here. Things seem to be going a little bit better for them in this game, but Lysteur is still at the top of net worth. Armlet picked up for him, and the Sword Art Lysteur combo hasn't even started to come online just yet. And JW getting the Corrosive Haze on him. Sword ready to come in with the creep wave. And Fireflies is ready on the other side of this one. Shadow hasn't been scoured out just yet, but there are a couple of heroes coming around from the backside. Smoke is going to break onto Mario. He drops down the Observer Ward. Shadow gets away from him for now. Remy, he could go in with the Burrow Strike. The trees are being chopped down. Sword coming through. Not getting hit by the Ice Blast at all. Looking for the kill on the Mario. They will be able to find that one. They'll put the Corrosive Haze out there. Shadow finds another one. That's another +2 intelligence, getting him back up to 6. And they dove in pretty far for that one. Undying's going to dance around, and we might actually have a little bit more of an engagement. Burrow Strike away by Remy, but the Corrosive Haze is still out onto him. Sword just wants it on another, but he's going to decide to go back for the tower right now. Wolf gets to push in bottom through all of this. NRS still farming at mid. But Madara has found the tower kill. Now we've got MJW going a little bit far up. Madara is rather low, but there is no Chronosphere at all for MJW, with Sword going around the side, and there is complete vision of him. MJW is just sitting here, almost like he wants it to happen. He sees the Infest, and they're going to go elsewhere. MJW looking for the Bash, but he's not going to find it. But they are looking for Jakiro. Jakiro could get caught out here. He just has the Ice Path. Is Sword going to be able to get it? There's going to be the Rage Ward by Madara coming out of the Slaughter just in time, throwing out the Corrosive Haze so that the Lysteur has more than enough damage to kill the support. The support is not even at level 6. The Weaver leaving made it so difficult for the Jakiro to stay alive there. He was just trying to put some damage on the tower, and he's gotten it pretty low, but even close to going down. And the Slaughter Lysteur combo is not something that you want to be going down to if you're a support. Especially when it doesn't have the Blink Dagger just yet. Firefly's dancing over to the bottom lane. He's got the creep wave here for himself. And a lot of support from his team. Kiro's making his way over here. A couple of carries could rotate in here if the fight starts to look good for Eternity. Madara right now looking at the items. He's on his way towards the Echo Saber. MJW ready with the Chronosphere. Corrosive Haze out on the Remy. Madara is going to find Jakiro over to the side, and the Rage is going to get used. Can he save him with the Chronosphere? No, it's not even going to be worth committing. Remy over to the side, and before that Rage even ends, he's not going to be able to get the kill there. Buyback by Sand King. He needs to get back into this one. Here's a Chronosphere. NRS ready with some damage. They're going on to Madara, but that's not really the best hero for them, and he can go for an Infest, but he might just turn it around. Going for the Rage. He's going to try to take down NRS. NRS is pretty tanky, but they're going to be able to find the kill there. Firefly's also finding the kill on the MJW. Now Wolf, he's got to use the time lapse, but he's not even going to be able to. Too much damage from Madara. Mario also being forced away from this one as well, and there's going to be the lightning bolt stopping him in his tracks. Burrow Strike not going to be on the mark on the Shadow, and Remy's not going to be able to find the kill right now either. Fireflies is here. Okay, Corrosive. Okay, Caustic Finale, and that will be a Burrow Strike for the kill. Remy getting further into the trees, but they're going to find the Sand King as well. So the Silencer will not get another +2 intelligence. He's up to 10 right now, but Mad Kings get so many kills off of that fight, and they show why they finished at the top of Group A. They are just completely dominating Eternity after that fight. So many kills. Like, how many was that by the end? That must have been 6 or 7. The supports TPing back into the fight for fun. It was not a lot of fun at all. Got it going back in on mid. He puts the Observer Ward out there. Tier 2 tower getting threatened anywhere on the map. The tier 1 took some damage. Mad Kings haven't been pushing in as much as they usually have, but good news for them is the Swardar now nearly at his Blink Dagger.
Time is money.
A golden thread.
Eternity coming around the side. They are all grouped up at bottom, or most of them are. Swardar's going to go forward. He sees the word getting taken out there. He could go for the haste rune if he wants to, but he might just save it for Achin, who would love to bottle it up. Fortunately for him, it will not be stolen at all by Eternity. They know that they could go for a D-ward there, but they're going to decide not to. Don't want to betray the presence of their team. They got 4 grouped up at bottom, soon to be 5. As they go for a tier 1 tower. Mad King's ready to push this in. They just send the lone catapult forward, but now there's a creep wave here to push things out as well. Remy with the Burrow Strike. The Chronosphere now up for the Faceless Void. This could be a nice defense for Eternity, but actually we're going to have the Infest combo out onto the Weaver at bottom. These heroes should probably back away from bottom now as the Weaver got killed at mid. Toon, he could get caught out a little bit. He's going to pop the haste rune though, and he's going to try to juke this out. Now the Burrow Strike will find him, and Ice Path is not going to be... Okay, it is there eventually. Mario finding the kill. Zeus was just a tad aggressive there. Really not respecting the Eternity lineup at all, and that was a lot of gold going over to the Dire side after that. Undying dancing away from bottom. Shadow getting some wards off the courier. Blink and the crush available for Swardar, but Eternity is ready. They have the Chronosphere and the Epicenter. They could go in here. MJW's going to be going inside the... Oh, he goes even further. They're going to throw out the Silencer ultimate. They know that the Faceless Void is here, but he's a little bit too tanky. NRS takes the tower anyway. There's going to be a Burrow Strike on the 2. Ice Path hitting out on the Undying. He'll try to heal himself up with the Soul Rip, but he's not going to do enough. Shadow luckily able to TP away, but now NRS getting chased down by the Madara. Achin in the middle of everything. He has to make sure that he doesn't get caught up by the damage. Nice crush by Sword, keeping the Zeus alive for now, but the Ice Path is going to put him in a lot of danger. MJW trying to get the time walk off, but it's not going to happen. Here comes the Epicenter, but it's going to keep going even after the Sand King dives to Madara. Sword over to the side. That's a triple kill for Madara. Wolf looking for a little bit more, looking for the courier. That's Shikuchi, and yeah, they'll get the Gemini to swarm off. Ultra kill though for Madara. Get him the Rampage. Mario is going to get chased down. There's the Infest into Sword. Sword looking for the crush. He's not going to be able to find it just yet. They'll give him the Rampage. Dara finding every single kill on the bottom lane. Give him some more kills, guys. Why not? Echo Saber and some more. Desolator soon for the Lifestealer. He is absolutely insane this match. And look at that, 5 little skulls underneath the Eternity squad. Remy, he's invisible. He's being a sneaky Sand King over to the mid lane. Burrow Strike hurts out into the Silencer. He will be healed up, and look at all the damage. Remy forced away. He's supposed to be a tanky Sand King. The Silencer does pop, but it's going to be a twofer on the mid lane for Mad Kings. And Madara has shown up here as well, and this is the point where Eternity make their exit. They do not want to stay on this mid lane at all, because this Lifestealer is way too scary, especially with Sword walking around with the Blink Dagger. This Lifestealer can be carried anywhere on the map that he wants. Mario seems to be working towards a 4th staff for now. And MJW just desperately trying to get a few items. Probably be the Vlads for him. Look at that. Madara, 10,000 net worth at 18 minutes. He hasn't even farmed that much. He's more farmed heroes than anything else. Going 11-1 so far. When he has that rage going, he's just got so much damage against Eternity. Ridiculous. And here comes Sword again. Double crush. They're right next to the shrine, but it doesn't mean anything at all. There's a Burrow Strike keeping the Swardar there. Lifestealer is going to abandon him. He doesn't want the kill streak to be going their way on the Dire side, but I don't know if it's going to matter. Wolf eventually finds the kill. Lifestealer did not want in on that one at all. Just wanted to farm the bug on his Schlong. They do give up the Swardar for a Jakiro. A little bit more gold to Eternity after that one. And let's check out the talents that Lifestealer has. Interesting how these talents can make supports a little bit more picked up. So the Undying, you see that he gets plus 90 gold per minute, and that can be pretty substantial, especially when you're having difficulty finding gold as a support. That's a really nice thing to have. Almost makes me think that we should rethink the talents a little bit if certain supports are going to be, or certain heroes are going to be more valued as a result of that. Grouping up in the mid lane, we have the Infest and the Smoke. Sword moving in. They are underneath the Observer Ward, but they're going over to the top lane. Couple of heroes there. They could get caught out. MJW is going to get that smoke broken. Can he time walk away fast enough? They're going to blink forward. They bait it out. And look at that. 2-shot by Madara. It's absolutely insane in here. This is ridiculous. It's as quick as a blink. Crush, and Sword might be able to find another. He'll get it to the Jakiro. He'll get a Viper Strike in return. There's a Burrow Strike. Lots of damage on the Sword, but the Silencer Ultimate is there, making it so that Eternity have to back away. NR's getting chased down by a ton of zombies. The Wolf is getting a lot of pressure as well. They need a blink. Crush now finds it. Viper, he's flying, but he's soon gonna be dying. Mad King's getting another kill. And it is just an unstoppable machine of pain that Mad Kings have constructed here. 1100 gold to them after that one. Mad Kings, it's just their game the whole entire way. TP in. There's the epicenter, but he can't even get it off. They'll get a 3-man Chrono Spear, but what good is it anyway? MJW, he's got a time walk away. He's going to have to use it now. He took a lot of damage there, but Shadow is going to chase him down with all those Glaives of Wisdom. Doesn't even need that big damage. Slardar with the blink. The Crush to the other side of the wall. You can't stop this fish, but actually the Weaver might be able to do so. Last Isolator hit will find him. And he'll ping around a little bit for fun. But Mad Kings have taken another tier 2 off the map, and they are still finding the hero kills as well. Maybe even a strategic death by the Slardar. Might think about Roshan pretty soon. Should be rather easy to take with the Desolator and the Corrosive Haze once Slardar respawns. So Mad Kings will get over to bottom. That's what they want to try to push next. But look at Madara. Look how deep he is. He's got a double damage rune. He's just going right for the tower. Weaver tries to stop him. He's going to infest into a creep. They can't even take him down. Madara going 1v1 versus the tower, not even worrying that other people might show up. There is a blink dagger on Sand King, but exactly what good does it do here? Exactly what can Eternity do right now? They'll knock the Centaur creep out of the Roshan pit. Sword ready with the Corrosive Haze after Madara pops the Roshan Lincolns with open wounds. And that will be the Aegis going to Mad Kings. Madara picking it up. First Roshan of the game. We have a tier 2 in top, a tier 2 in bottom. Mad King's open to taking pretty much anything they want right now. 12 intelligence stolen on Silencer. He's got his ultimate back up, and we should see a smoke in from Mad Kings. They're all grouped up in the mid lane. And then drop a little bit. There's the smoke now. And Sword, he's got the infest into him. He's feeling pretty happy about it. Lifestealer inside and makes him happy. He's going to go with the sprint. Blinks to the high ground. That seems like a preemptive blink as Eternity are fleeing the scene. He doesn't really have a whole lot of vision, but they are going to now see Wolf. He's coming in here. He gets a Shikuchi around. Atun could see him, but they're not going to get to him right now as Wolf gets back into the base with the Shikuchi, but Slardar's going forward. Thinking about going on to this one. The smoke hasn't been broken just yet. It's going to expire now. And the Dire don't have vision of this at all. Sword happening to be on the mid lane. Is anyone going to try to push this out? This is a very dangerous situation for Eternity. Looking for the blink. There's the Crush. They need some vision though, and they don't have it of the Weaver. Silence Ultimate is there. Viper killed off. Now they're looking for the Weaver kill. He still sounds for a couple more seconds, but he does get the time left off before the Mad King's squad can kill him. Lots of damage with the Desolator, but that Blink Crush is going to be up pretty soon. In fact, they do have it now. Corrosive Haze out in the Wolf, and he doesn't have the time lapse. He's got to stay out of this fight for now, but Mad Kings, they might have taken enough damage that's going to force him away from here. Mario is smoked up to the side, but they're just not really going to be able to find a way to get into the fight. Mad King's waiting on the high ground. It is now daytime. They are not seen over there at all. Mario just throwing out a couple of attacks. See who the one that's going to be caught out is, because Mad Kings don't have a whole lot of vision of the high ground. Maybe sending someone out to bait. Atun sent out to the mid lane and he'll blink away. The rest of the team, they'll back up. It's time to defend bottom. Maybe also take another tower off the map. Madara takes a couple of last hits with that infest, and they'll try to very quickly push in bottom. Madara going very fast now, and it's going to be an AC from him soon. So this armor, the supposed armor that Eternity have, it's going to be melted very quickly. As long as the Lifestealer can keep attacking, these heroes will go down just like butter. It's like a lot of butter. As if they didn't already. Madara ready to go onto this tier 2. There is a tier 2 being pushed on the other side of the map. MJW trying to get some work done on it, but Mad Kings, they are not necessarily going to have to stop with this push. They have the Aegis being reclaimed in 2 minutes by Roshan, and Madara will keep pushing this one in. He'll get healed up by the urn, and he immediately goes for the tier 3 tower. This is not something that Eternity can try to take right now on the other side of the map. They can't go for any kind of race. Madara juking around the ice path when the rage ends, and Sword ready with the blink forward. Madara getting low. They take down the tier 3 tower. And Sword is ready with another infest bomb. And there's the blink forward. MJW, there's this global silence as well. They're looking for the Jakiro kill. Madara trying to get forward. Forstan's going to take him even further into the base. He's got to be careful. He does have the Aegis up. There's the Burrow Strike on the back end, but they don't have any interrupt for the Sand King. Actually, they do. Crush off right at the end from Sword. Sword's going to go down. Lifestealer in the middle of the Macropyre. He's got to get away from it. MJW throwing out the Chronosphere. Lifestealer in the middle of the Macropyre, but it does end eventually. Burrow Strike will be there immediately after the end of it, but now Atun just going ham. Triple kill for him. Madari's going into the base as well. Mario, we've got buybacks galore from Eternity, but you cannot run from having Atun looking for more. Rampage for Atun. Let's get it all over the place. Madara's looking for some kills as well. Atun taking a lot of damage from the Weaver. They just need to get those bugs off of them, but the Wolf is not going to just leave it there, and Madara, he's going to be forced out of this one. Ultra kill for Wolf. Does he find a Rampage? Trying to find Madara, but he's going to try to turn it around underneath the Sentry Ward. Can Wolf get away? No way! Madara is going to win the man fight. He's got the bug on him. Might decide to go for some racks. He'll be able to find the ranged racks, no problem. Sand King respawning in 3 seconds. And Madara looking for the melee Rex. It's only a Sand King, but the problem is that the Burrow Strike is up and he is going to get hit by it, but it's just not nearly enough damage onto the Lifestealer. He pops the armlet. Remy going to stay in the sandstorm for now. Madara finds the Rax Jakiro into this one. The rage and... Oh. Oh. I guess that was a bad armor toggle. Sword is ready, but the question is ready for what? He is going to have the blink and crush if he wants it. Atun, he is TPing in, crushes out. Atun ready with some big damage. Remy caught out again. Corrosive Haze. Atun just waiting for that perfect time to ultimate. Our NRS right in the middle of everything. Force that forward. Crush out onto him. They need to get this Viper down. Jakiro flip-flapping away, but he's gonna be dead. Flying to the ground there, and Atun gets a double, looking for the triple. Double bash from Sword. How long can he go on with this? Weaver into the fight. The bugs are going to be all over the place. Wolf uses the BKB again, looking for Fireflies. He's taking a lot of damage. The Gemmate Swarm will be able to find him now. MJW right next to the Atun. Zeus, he gets a triple again. Wolf also forced into the time lapse. There is tons of damage for him now. There's a silence. He'll try to get away. Sword took a lot of damage, but there's going to be the force staff forward and an ultra kill for Atun. He doesn't even need the crush because this Slardar is just a bash ward. 2,600 gold to Mad Kings after that. A TP in by Madara, getting quickly into the base, and This will very quickly melt to the hands of Lifestealer. Sand King up, Jakiro up. They're trying to salvage their base. They're trying to salvage their hopes in the upper bracket of the KOD League playoffs, but well, I don't even know if War would would have been able to perform any close to how you would need to in order to beat Mad King's Burrow Strike. There's the ice path, a nice path on the Lifestealer, keeping him there for a couple seconds. Has the rage to get away, but it's just going to be an infest into Sword, who might be able to turn around, double force staff away. Mario, is he too far up? Sword about to come in. They don't have vision of him, so we're getting ever closer. Gotta be careful of the vision, and he doesn't wander through it just now. Gonna go around to the side. Doesn't have vision, or does have vision there of the Sand King, but they're looking for something inside the jungle, also trying to push out the top lane. They haven't even killed all the tier 2 towers, but they've taken 3 racks off the map. Remy moves forward. Swarter could catch him out. He just places down the observer ward, and he's going to stay safe for now. Shadow, he's got the sentry ward to put right next to the observer. To keep the top lane pushing in thanks to Atun. Sword is in here with the Lifestealer inside. He's looking for that big pickoff. No vision here still for Eternity as he just sits there waiting for someone to dare to come up and clear the creep wave. Gonna have to be careful. Sword in for the Jakiro. They won't even be able to save him. The Jakiro just dies too quickly, and he stays inside the Swatter for so long. Lifestealer has another infest right after it as well. He'll TP down towards bottom. They know that Wolf is here. They want to take down a bug. Force staff forward looking for the blink. Actually, they don't need it. They've got this Shadow Blade and a very dead bug at bottom. Madara also has the boost of travel available, so it's not like it's gonna be any kind of reprieve for Eternity. Last word goes out onto the Sand King, and he's taking a lot of damage here as he is silenced. Shadow trying to move forward, putting another Urn of Shadows out on the Remy, but the shrine has been popped. Madara goes up for a little bit of damage onto a tier 3. They're just looking for that last one there. They could also back up and go for the shrines if they wanted to, but Madara, he knows that victory could be in the cards here for him, so he starts to just go for it. Option to the high ground. He's going to be hit with the Burrow Strike in return. Remy immediately gets out. Chronosphere onto 3. That's a very wide Chronosphere. Now that Silencer ultimate comes through, Lifestealer taking a lot of damage. He does have the infest. He needs to get into the creep, but he keeps getting spent. Now he does get into it. Popped out. He needs to get that damage off, but he's popped out in the middle of the Macropyre and the Ice Path. Epicenter in, buyback by Lifestealer. He knows that the victory should come here. Another shrine pops. Can they kill off the Sand King? He's looking for a Burrow Strike away, but it's just not going to come off cooldown on the time, and that is a Nimbus going in on the racks at top, not doing any damage, just forcing everybody away. GG called. Eternity will get knocked down to the lower bracket of the KOD League playoffs. Well, that was a very interesting game. I can't really say I expect